Well, the purpose of a party is to have fun together. And a successful party needs planning and skill. Whether it's a special carnival designed for gay entertainment, or a game party in a home, a birthday party, a holiday party, they all take planning, and they should all be fun.
Jeff's car, picked this bad boy up out of Florida. Basically, the homie passed away about 2 years ago in May. It's just been sitting out there. Some parts got robbed off of it, so I went and picked it up to try to finish it for him, for his daughter. And it's basically the only thing she has left. So when she's old enough, she can either decide to go to car shows with it, or she can sell it and use it for money to go to college or something. Before we could do any work on it, before it could actually progress forward, we need to go backwards with it. Hate going backwards, because every time you go backwards, you find a bunch of shit wrong.
Did it just go out?
It might pop back on.
Oh, there you go.
There it goes. Here we go. Technical difficulty of the cooler is still hot as fuck. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's hot. So, oh no, it's 12:12. Shit, I thought it was a lot later. Alright, so one of my favorite things to do is go backwards. I love going backwards. There's a bunch of stuff on this car that was just kind of loosely put on it. You know, kind of like test fit, kind of put the bolts hand tight, and then just kind of keep rolling it around and keep sending it. Everything on this whole car is like that. I have to take everything off of the car, go through everything, make sure everything's tight, and then put everything back together as like a final install, so I know myself that my hands touched every bolt on the car, and so when we go drive the car finally, when it starts up for the first time, it's not just gonna fall apart. That's gonna be the first thing, start taking this shit apart. There's always gonna be a process on how everything's going to come off this car. There's never really an easier way, there's just a way that it's gotta start first for everything to come off the right way. What I'm gonna wanna do is I'll probably end up start off here with the wastegate. I'll take off this up pipe right here for the dump tube. Start off with that. I'll take that off, put it to the side. Take the wastegate bolt off right here. Take that off, put it to the side. Take the up pipe from right here coming off the turbo housing. Unbolt that, take that off, put it to the side. So that leaves everything exposed here. Take the oil line off right here. And then I'll end up unbolting the turbo housing right here from the manifold. There's no clamp right here holding on to the intercooler. I don't know where the clamp is. It's probably in stuff, but we'll have to find that. I just unbolt this, turbo comes off, and then after that, I'll be able to take off this turbo manifold. It looks like it's a little weathered after been sitting for a little while, but we'll get that all shined up, get some acetone on it. You always want to make sure you clean it with acetone so you don't get any oils burned into the manifold when you start it up. As soon as you start it up, that heat starts getting to it, and all the oils from your fingers will start burning into the manifold. So you always want to make sure you clean that off first before you start it up. Once the turbo is removed, the up pipes are removed, and the turbo manifold's removed, then I'll go ahead and remove the intake manifold. It doesn't look like a gasket was ever installed on that, so mainly that's why we're taking off everything. We need to take off everything, see where he was at with the car, make sure all the gaskets are there, and then reinstall everything. So we'll take this off after all the turbo stuff is off. We'll take out the radiator. This is the radiator right here. And then we'll take out the intercooler, and then that leaves everything exposed for the front end. He's got the weight plate right here that's attached to the traction bar, and it's missing some bolts, so we'll have to go through, make sure everything's all lined up properly, and get all the bolts in there and everything tightened down, because you want to make sure everything's tightened down and then do a final install on everything, just to make sure everything's going to fit correctly. If you don't do that, you go to start putting the car together for a final install, and all of a sudden you're 1/8 inch off on a charge pipe or something because everything was put together real loose. Like I said, we just got a lot of taking stuff off, putting it back on, making sure everything fits right before we could do a final install.
Well, the purpose of a party is to have fun together. And a successful party needs planning and skill. Whether it's a special carnival designed for gay entertainment, or a game party in a home, a birthday party, a holiday party, they all take planning, and they should all be fun.
goes off, up pipes are off. That was real quick, makes it real quick when everything's loose. So there's nothing tight. Everything was pretty much hand tight. Couple things that I had to use the ratchet on. But that was basically it. Took about a whole 10 minutes to get that off, just like I expected. There's tape on the back side of the cylinder ports right here. All this stuff has to come off and we have to get it all cleaned up, put a gasket on there, and then do a final install with the manifold. That's why we're pulling everything off right now, just to kind of go over everything, make sure everything's Gucci on the car before we tighten everything back up. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling off the intake manifold now.
Just like gas, but she nasty. I'm fucked up, stuck, still feel overcome. Woke up like what the fuck is up? Let's turn up, yeah. Fuck a buzz, yeah. I need drugs, let's turn up, yeah. Keep it good, yeah. I'm a dog, you a bug, yeah. Get in cash, get in dash, flashy and dance, stack it and fold. What is the weight? Fuck my name.
Yeah, so just like expected, there's tape on the front side of the cylinders, and the back side of the cylinders. Taking off this last part real quick before we go ahead and start taking the radiator and intercooler out. Gonna have a quick safety meeting and we'll be right back.
Well, the purpose of a party is to have fun together. And a successful party needs planning and skill. Whether it's a special carnival designed for gay entertainment or a game party in a home.
Alright, so basically this is what I want to take apart this whole front end for. This whole weight plate traction bar contraption is missing a lot of bolts. I need to make sure that has all the bolts and it's all tightened up before I can start installing any of the intercooler, the radiator, or any of the rest of the turbo part. But it's basically missing bolts everywhere and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to tighten down. So real quick, there was a bolt that was sideways right here on the traction bar. When we first took everything off, you could see noticeably it was just super sideways. So got that out just as expected. The threads are messed up, so we're going to go ahead and chase those threads out real quick and get bolt running through there smooth. Bolts are on the traction bar weight plate. That should be it for where that needs to be on the final install. Obviously those aren't the bolts we're going to be using. I'm going to be hitting up Downstar. He's going to give me something that matches all the way around. Would stick with the ARP, but I ain't balling like Jeff. So we're just trying to get this car put back together as clean as possible. Frank is willing to help us out because he got a lot of Downstar washers and hardware on here already and they were working together before. So we're going to go ahead and stick with Downstar on this build. Anything that we need, we'll just hit him up for. That's going to be it tonight for Jeff's car. Got a lot done. Like to see it. It's really hot out here. We're out here at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Try to skip out the heat. I want to get as much done on this as possible while the Texas CG's out at Track Tup getting a bunch of work done. So hopefully I can make big steps on this car. This car's hella tight. Lots of loose ends we need to get tightened up. But as soon as it's all tightened up, this shit's gonna be sick. Thanks for watching. Tell your fucking homies. Like, subscribe. See you on the next round.